need you.
You passed up a buck back there. Maybe it's time you stop trying to beat your old man and focus on the hunt.
Yes, sir.
You want to wait outside?
No, sir, I'm fine.
You know, I drive by the gates every day. Never actually been allowed inside, though. I hear it's nice. At the very least, you're gonna have to change the brochure.
Why's that?
I don't know if you can call it the safest place to live when the former chief of police is lying on my table with a bullet in his head.
Let's not worry about the brochure right now.
Okay, then. Cause of death. Single gunshot wound to the back of the head. 9 mil, point blank range. Severed brainstem. Very clean.
So what does that mean?
Means the shooter knew what he was doing. Chief's SUV will be at Franklin Labs in about an hour. Why don't you grab some coffee, then head over there, see what they turn up. Mr. Buckley?
It's been a long night.
Yeah, it has.
He's a good man, Nick. Can't imagine how he ended up here.
I am sorry. I'll do everything I can to figure it out.
Well, he was found outside the gates. Doesn't that fall under county jurisdiction?
Yeah? Since he's one of ours, I suggested we take lead in the investigation.
Good. That'll help us manage it.
What exactly are we managing, sir?
Press, perception, peace of mind. I developed the gates as a place for people to get away from this sort of thing.
Well, I'll do my best to manage it. Priority here is figuring out who murdered a cop.
Of course it is. You let me know if you need anything.
Interesting.
What's that, honey?
Well, you usually have 1 cup of coffee, so 2 would indicate a change in behavior.
Or maybe I'm just thirsty.
Or maybe Dad told you about the case that kept him out all night, and it's so major you can't stop thinking about it.
Dana, honey. Daddy didn't tell me anything.
I knew it. That thing with the hair, that's your tell.
You're not supposed to tell someone you know their tell.
But she needs to know I know she's holding out on me.
What are you holding out on?
Nothing.
The case Dad's working on.
I like that shirt. How come you don't wear it more often, huh?
Because he never has a girl to impress. That's what I mean about changing behavior, Mom. There's always a reason.
Reason for what?
Mom won't admit she knows about the case you're working on.
Because Mom doesn't know. And you, my darling daughter, have broken the cardinal rule.
No cop talk at the table.
And what is the punishment for breaking the cardinal rule?
Dishes for a week.
That is so not fair. Mom?
I will try and get your sentence reduced, but for now, go brush your teeth. Gotta go.
This is like her 99th strike.
Charlie?
We might need to up the punishment. Ow!
We need to go to school.
Take the bagel.
I'll be there in a minute, okay? So, Dana's right. This case is big.
You're not gonna believe this one. The body they found? Former police chief of the Gates. Yeah.
How?
Bullet back of the head. Sometime before we got here.
We'll be outside.
Let's go.
Okay. Talk about this later?
Yeah? Keep smiling.
Yeah.
Love you.
Love you.
All I wanna do is make you love me.
Let's go. Come on. Hey, I got a run. Do you want to ride to school?
No, I'm good.
You all right?
Yeah. Gene dilemma.
Oh, well. Good luck with that.
It's kind of early for a bad day, isn't it?
Yeah, I think this one's gonna be rough no matter what the time.
Well, I'm gonna make it a little better and buy you coffee.
Thank you. But you don't have to do that. Seriously.
I think it's like bad karma to deny a random act of kindness.
Okay, black, 2 sugars. But I'm buying you a muffin.
Deal.
I'm Marcus, by the way.
Teresa. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, black,
Yeah.
2 sugars. Let's go.
Let's steal away when the world has turned gray. Cameras and maze can take portraits of millions of faces. 2 bodies cruise to the heat, they don't need words to sing. No need for
Sorry. Well, I don't know what happened.
It's okay.
No, it's not okay. Emily's in the other room.
Emily's gone to school. Since you're working from home, I thought we could stay in bed a little longer.
You do this on purpose.
Do what?
Could have hurt you.
It's not quite what I had in mind.
glasses get broken, 2 bodies are awoken.
I'm beginning to think you prefer me like this.
And here I do.
Photographs they flash, nightmares they pass, and all that can save me is you now. Wild horses can't drive me away. Wild, crazed horses can't tear me away.
Hey, Andy. It's me. Look, I missed you in first period. I really want to talk. What's going on? Call me.
Maybe she's with the new guy. Or at least she was last night. And you, my friend, were ready to take them out. Didn't know you had it in you.
Everything last night was a mistake. You did me a solid, and now I owe you. So let's just leave it at that, okay?
Wait. You're not still trying to get the girl back.
Well, just stay out of it.
She's not the girl for you, Kretzky. Let it go.
Is it causing you any pain?
No, but it's totally freaking me out.
Well, it looks like some kind of rash. But nothing to freak out about. Now, are you under an unusual amount of stress?
No. Well, sort of. I mean, it's guy stuff. Like, more than one guy kind of stuff. Do you think the thing on my back is because of stress?
Could be a contributing factor, yes. So you might want to, simplify things with the boys. At least until we get this all figured out.
Yeah. Simplify. Got it.
Oh, one last thing. Have you told your father about this?
Are you kidding? He freaks out when I get a headache.
Okay. Well, I will check your blood work, and in the meantime, you try not to worry.
Thanks, Peg.
Aside from Chief's Prince, CSI lifted 6 unidentified sets off the SUV.
All right, run them locally first, then national.
You got it.
Wait. What else can you tell me about this, Chief? Money problems, past relationships.
No, Chief was pretty private about his personal life.
All right, what about the residents? Any recent run-ins?
No, not since I've been here.
How long's that?
Just over a year.
All right, well, who's the most senior officer in this place?
That would be me.
Really?
Chief didn't keep anyone around very long, so Marcus is coming up on the record.
Well, who holds the record?
That would be Chad Taylor.
Go find me Chad Taylor.
Okay?
I understand you work with the chief longer than anyone?
Yeah, over a year. But I haven't seen him in even longer. Not sure how much help I can be.
You remember if you had any problems with the residents?
No, not really.
You know, you were fired for insubordination.
What? He put that in my file?
That surprise you?
No, I guess insubordination is the new term for knowing the chief's business. Okay, look, there were times, a bunch of them, when I answered a call, I wrote up a report, and next thing I knew, the chief made those reports disappear.
Disappear? For money?
I never saw any change hands, but I suspect that you don't drive a $70,000 SUV on a chief's salary.
You remember any of the residents' names?
Yeah, like I said, there were a bunch. The McAllisters, what's that woman's name? Claire Radcliffe.
I see you got my note. Do you really think it wise to threaten me?
Dear, the threat to you is Mrs. Cooper. She's the one who saw you pull that missing contractor's car out of your garage.
But I thought you gave her something to forget.
Yes, but it's just a temporary fix. And it's wreaking havoc on that poor little mind of hers. Honestly, I'm not sure how long it will last.
What do you want?
To make that memory go away permanently, I'll need a vial of your blood. For the spell, of course.
For the spell. Do you honestly expect me to believe that?
I'm not asking for your trust, Claire. I'm merely presenting a solution to your problem. Because without my help, Mrs. Cooper will remember. And I can't imagine that ending well for you.
Perhaps we should have a standing appointment.
Well, that depends. You foresee the Radcliffe name coming up in every case that I work?
Oh, is that what you're doing? You're working a case?
No, maybe I should come back when your wife's here.
I'm sure I can answer whatever questions you might have.
Okay. We found a body down by the river.
Which river would that be?
You know, most people, when you tell them you found a body, they ask about the body. Who it was, how they died, were they murdered? They don't really care what answer you give them. What they really want to know is, am I in danger? My family in danger? Human nature. You, on the other hand, Mr. Radcliffe, you're concerned with geography.
Well, most people don't live in the gates. Those who do know there is no river here, so clearly the body was found on the outside. Why then would I feel I'm in danger unless, of course, the police are not doing their job?
I'm doing my job. Maybe the former police chief was doing his job when somebody put a bullet in the back of his head.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize it was the chief.
How well did you know?
Well, we met once or twice. I'm sorry, what does this have to do with my wife?
Last October, she was pulled over for driving erratically. And the officer who made the stop noticed copious amounts of blood on the right sleeve and front of her blouse. You remember that incident?
No, I don't, but more importantly, I don't understand what this has to do with the chief's death.
Well, maybe nothing. But the chief got rid of the file and there was no further investigation into the case.
My wife, she gets nosebleeds, so I can only assume the old chief did not deem that worthy of investigation.
Huh. Well, that makes sense. All right. You know, my kid used to get nosebleeds. Doctor fixed it in one visit.
Well, I would be sure to let Claire know.
Good. I'll see myself out.
Hey, where you been?
Doctor's appointment.
Okay. Are you under doctor's orders to ignore me or something?
Yeah, pretty much.
I was only kidding.
Well, I'm serious, Charlie. My doctor says I need to reduce the stress in my life, and right now I have a boyfriend, which makes you kind of stressful.
All we did last night was talk. How is that stressful?
I don't know. I'm a girl. I can be complicated without reason or explanation.
Charlie, Andy, you guys are going to be the co-counsel on People versus Conlon. Good luck.
Don't worry. I won't tell your doctor.
Andy! Hey, Andy, you got a minute?
I'm late for a riding lesson.
Well, I'll walk with you.
I thought you hate horses.
No, horses hate me. Look, I know I acted kind of crazy the other day.
No, it's okay. I wasn't really myself either. It's been weird last couple of days.
Look, I don't know why I got so jealous, Andy. I've never been like that with anyone. And the thing I realize is I've never felt this way before. The way I feel when I'm with you, and it's like I don't even know what to do with it. So what I'm trying to say is, I love you.
I wasn't expecting.
Look, don't feel like you have to say anything now. See? I told you. Horses hate me. Look, I'll call you later. Okay?
Get out. Good. I'll work your way down to the neck. And be sure to cut skin only. Any deeper in the hair contaminates the meat.
Okay.
All right, that's it. Stop. Very nice.
Thank you, Dad.
Excuse me. Sorry to interrupt. I'm Nick Monahan, the new chief of police. You Lucas Ford?
What's this about?
Incident last fall involving your boy.
Give us a couple of minutes. My son involved in vandalism? What officer did you say filed the supposed report?
Officer Chad Taylor.
Right. He's the one who was fired, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Well, I can't speak to your missing files, but I can assure you if my son was in any kind of trouble, I'd know about it, and he'd be dealt with accordingly.
Well, maybe there's a mistake on Officer Taylor's part. Just so I'm clear, you never dealt with Chief Phelps directly.
Never. Now, if that's all, I need to finish up. Get this meat in the freezer.
Sure. Thanks for your time.
You heard him. He's not gonna bother us anymore.
I am done covering for you.
So 5 interviews, and no one will admit to any sort of corruption with the chief.
Well, that doesn't surprise me, but I didn't come up empty-handed. Dylan Radcliffe didn't deny anything, he just made an excuse for his wife. Simon Ford, on the other hand, he denies having any contact with the chief, but in the same breath, he tries to discredit Chad Taylor. So at the very least, we got 2 guys who are hiding something.
So what now?
Now we go back to the source.
No, Mrs. Dennis is clean. She made a lot of calls around 8 o'clock, but I believe that was her cocktail hour.
Okay, next.
If you don't mind my asking, how exactly do you think this is going to work?
Well, you know how most incident reports begin with the phone call, and the phone log was the one thing the old chief couldn't erase, so we checked to see what was called in, and if there's not a file to match, then bingo.
What do we got?
Nothing so far.
Marcus.
I ran all 6 sets of those prints against the local and national database. No match.
No match.
I don't mean to listen in, but did you try the resident database?
We don't fingerprint the residents.
Well, we did when I was here.
Is that something else that helps me go away?
Yeah.
Let's run it. Nice work, Chad.
Emily thinks my stories are boring because they always end with a kiss, and that's icky. Something wrong?
Chief Monahan, he stopped by today. It's all right, it's not about the guy you killed.
Then why was he here?
Chief Phelps, he was murdered.
Oh no, that's terrible. Was he stopping by to tell us?
No, he was more curious about an incident last October. He said you were pulled over by a police officer covered in blood.
Yes, I was coming back from your office with blood that you gave me, and I spilt it. I told the officer it was a nosebleed, of course, and it never came up again.
Well, yeah, it never came up again because Chief Phelps got rid of the file, Claire. Why would he do that?
Because I paid him to.
It's Chief Monahan.
Hello? Hi. How are you? Really? No, she didn't mention it. That would be lovely. Tomorrow it is then. Bye. That was Sarah Monahan. Her daughter Dana has been assigned the role of Emily's older buddy at school. They'd like to have ice cream tomorrow.
Claire, why would you pay off the chief of police?
Because he gave me the option and I took it. Because I knew that if word got back to you, you would think the worst and you would never believe me. Just like you don't believe me now. I have to get back to the laundry.
What's up? So is your dad harassing everybody about the chief's murder, or just my family?
Look, I don't know what you're talking about, okay? I got nothing to do with it.
You see, here's the thing. My dad didn't kill anybody. But from what I know, yours did. Read all about it online. But what I don't get, if it really was self-defense, then why'd he lose his job? Oh, I know. It's because he murdered the guy.
It's good. We're fine.
Stay out of it.
Officer Jordan speaking.
According to Cosmo, I should never call you first, but then again, I hate Cosmo.
Hey. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Except that it's been bugging me all day that my muffin costs more than your coffee.
Well, it was a big muffin. But you gotta let that go.
Well, or you could let me make it up to you tonight. Special treat.
That sounds... Listen, I gotta get back to work.
Ouch. Maybe Cosmo was right.
No. Definite yes on the treat, whatever it is. Just text me wherever, okay?
Okay. All right, bye.
Bye. Chief!
What?
Look who was in Chief Phelps' car. Well, he hadn't logged out today. He's on property someplace.
All right, stay put. I'm gonna check around back. Mr. Ford?
There's no call for that.
You lied to me about being in the chief's car.
You might want to reconsider your choice of words, officer. You didn't ask me if I was in his car.
I asked you if you had direct contact with him. You said no. What word would you use for that?
Extortion. Would you mind putting your gun away? He demanded money. I paid it. That was the extent of our relationship.
Paid him for what?
I have a son who, in spite of my best intentions, seems to find trouble. Chief came to me, said for $10,000, he would make my son's record go away.
So you were angry with the chief?
Listen, easy. I couldn't care less about $10,000. The only person I'm angry with is my son. And that is a personal matter.
Charlie. Hey. I heard about what happened with Lucas. I'm sorry. That guy is such a jerk. Okay, so, are you ignoring me now, or?
Isn't that what you wanted?
Look, I know I haven't been that great to you. It's just, I'm going through some complicated stuff lately.
You and me both.
Maybe we should get out of here. Do something a little less complicated. How do you feel about horses?
They're getting along?
Yeah, apparently they're already Facebook friends.
Dana's clearly doing well. What about you?
Well, if you would have asked me yesterday, I would have said everything's perfect. But, I don't know, today with the former chief of police being killed, I just didn't think it would happen in the Gates.
Dylan and I moved here from New York because we wanted to find the safest place for Emily. And in spite of what's happened to the chief, I don't think that's changed. This will blow over and we'll go back to the sleepy little community where nothing ever happens.
Actually, for me, that would be great.
I love this. A mother-daughter ice cream outing. So cute. Feel free to drop in by the spa anytime. We can do mani-pedis, facials, and moms can have some time to themselves.
Well, actually, we'd probably take you up on that.
You too, Claire. Should you ever find yourself in a jam, I'm great with kids, and I know how important this little girl is to you. Have a nice day. Bye.
Bite. Sir, I checked the chief's financials like you asked.
And it looks like Simon Ford wasn't the only one that paid him off. Over the past 6 months, he's laid out quite a bit of cash. $75,000 for a condo in Cabo, $70,000 on an SUV, and $20,000 on a boat.
Wait, when did he buy the SUV?
About 3 months ago.
Run the prints from the SUV against the employee database.
Okay.
Do it now.
Okay.
So I ran some blood work on Andy, and I positively identified some of the cells as succubus paramour. Now, I think with the right course of treatment, we could suppress that side of her. But treatment would need to begin immediately. And that means telling Andy.
Tell her what, exactly? That her mother was a succubus?
How old was Andy when her mother died?
12.
Were they close?
Inseparable.
Remind her of that then. I mean, talk about her, memories you both share, the good stuff. That's what Andy needs to be holding on to when you tell her. But please hear me, Thomas. You have to tell her now. Because any male she comes in contact with could be in mortal danger.
Okay, seriously, dude, you need to relax. They can sense fear.
Good. It keeps us on the same page. This is uncomfortable. You actually enjoy this?
Yeah, you know, when I'm on a horse, it's hard for me to think about much else.
And thinking is a bad thing?
Sometimes, yeah.
Whoa!
Charlie? Charlie. Oh my God. Charlie. God, you jerk!
Ow.
It is not funny.
What, you embarrassed?
Why would I be embarrassed?
Because in that moment before I opened my eyes, I think you revealed how much you like me.
What? That's ridiculous.
And that, how you turn away, that's how I know it's true.
Whatever.
Help me.
I need to go.
Chief! I ran those employee prints like you wanted. We got a hit.
Look, I told you I haven't seen the chief since I left over a year ago. Now you think I killed him? It's ridiculous. I've been helping you guys.
You haven't seen the chief in over a year. How do you explain knowing about an SUV he bought 3 months ago?
What?
Yeah. Your prints were all over the SUV, Chad.
No.
Yes.
Okay, I never been in the chief's car. I wasn't even allowed on that property until you brought me in. I'm telling you the truth, I swear.
Same caliber as the shooter.
Is that your gun, Chad?
Yeah.
Whoa.
But I didn't kill him. I did not kill him. You gotta believe me, please.
You're under arrest for the murder of Chief David Phelps. Cuff him.
You have the right to remain silent. Nothing you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to return anything else.
Hey, how you doing?
Look what Dana and I made. And we had ice cream, too.
Ah, well, it sounds like you had a perfect day.
Yeah, I'm gonna go put this in my room.
I can't live like this. We came here to find a safe place. And now, every phone call, every time I see a police car, I worry. I worry that our family is going to be torn apart.
Because of what I did?
How do I know this won't come back and haunt us? We will not survive it.
I made a mistake. I know that. But I can get better. Can you trust me?
I want to trust you.
We're gonna be okay. I'll make sure of it.
So does this make us even?
This is way past even.
I'm not in the habit of asking guys out, so if I'm gonna do it, I might as well do it right.
This is doing it right. Listen, the cop in me has to ask.
Why, you? I think because yesterday you seemed a little like a wounded bird.
So you felt sorry for me?
No. I felt like we had something in common. And maybe fate brought us together to help each other.
Maybe so.
Well, that didn't take long. To catch the chief's killer, I mean.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, they always make a mistake.
It's hard to imagine. Officer Taylor always struck me as such a nice young man.
You knew him?
In passing.
I was gonna get some tea for my wife, but prices are a bit steep for me.
Well, as my customers will tell you, it's worth every penny.
Must be. Chad Taylor was buying it, and he's been out of work for almost a year. You know, aside from how he paid for it, I was really wondering how he even got it, seeing how he was prohibited from entering the gates.
SpaDevon.com. I ship all over the world.
I am prohibited from accepting gifts.
I believe you said it was for your wife.
Okay, for my wife. Thank you.
Maybe the sea would have me, always good for diving among the eels and catfish. I'd be happy just to sit and wait for a while, settle the hand I cling to for a while. Hear the stampede, rescue when you come and get me. I wait for.
Devon, I need to know that if I do this, it stops. Mrs. Cooper, the threats, everything. That is the agreement. If you're lying, I'll kill you.
Yes, I'm well aware. Now, this may hurt a little. You do feel pain, don't you? You can go to sleep tonight knowing this problem is solved. Claire, do try to stay out of trouble.